Hello students. So I am JV'n Nehal Mittal and today I'm going to teach you about inevitable accident. So inevitable accident is a general defense under law of torts. So let's see what is inevitable accident. So, a accident means an unexpected injury, and if the same accident could not have been stopped or avoided in spite of taking all due care and precautions on the part of the defendant, then we call it an inevitable accident. It serves as a good defense as the defendant could show that the injury could not be stopped even after taking all the precautions that could be taken and there was no intention to harm the plaintiff. There are certain cases like Stanley versus Powell, Assam State Copper etc. Federation Ltd versus Smita Anubha Sinha, Sridhar Tiwari versus UP State Road Transport Corporation. So the first one is Stanley versus Powell. In this case, the defendant and the plaintiff went to the patient shooting. So the defendant fired at a peasant, but the bullet, after getting reflected by an oak tree, hit the plaintiff and he suffered serious injuries. So the incident was considered an inevitable accident and the defendant was not liable in this case. Then there is another case, Assam State Corporation etc. Federation Ltd versus Smita Anubhasena. In this case, the premises which belonged to the plaintiff were let out to the defendant. The tenant, that is, the defendant, requested the landlord to repair the electric wirings of their portion which were defective, but the landlord did not take it seriously and failed to do so. Due to a short circuit, an accidental fire spread in the house. No negligence was there from the tenant's side. In an action by the landlord to claim compensation for the same, it was held that this was the case of inevitable accident and the tenant is not liable. Now, the last case is Sridhar Tiwari versus UP State Road Transport Corporation. So, in this, a bus of UPSRTC reached near a village where cyclists suddenly came in front of the bus. And it had rained heavily, so even after applying brakes, the driver could not stop the bus. As a result of this, the rear portion of the bus hit another's bus which was coming from the opposite side. So it was known that there was no negligence on part of both of the drivers and they tried their best in avoiding the accident. But this was held to be a case of inevitable accident and the defendant, that is UPSRTC, was held not liable for this act. So that is what inevitable accident it when you give all the precautions, you take all the precautions, all the due care, still the accident is not stopped or is not avoided even after such precautions and due care. That's all. Thank you.